All right.
Hi.
We are live, guys. Sorry for the delay. We are here with Wendy and Joseph. Hey, Wendy.
Hey.
How are you there? I'm going to ask you to just move a tiny bit.
Okay.
Now you're just in a shadow. And there you go. Perfect. That's great. That's all you need right there. That's a little bit more. Now you're back in a little shadow there, but I know you. It's cool. Well, actually, it's in the shade.
Yeah, it's in the shade. I'll just get in the sun. We'll do that.
Well, not too much in the sun. I mean, then right there is perfect. That's perfect right there. You don't have to get all the way in the sun.
That's okay. This is good.
Are you sure? Okay. I mean,
there's nowhere to back up because if I back up in here, without a table.
That's perfect.
My laptop.
Oh, okay.
But then I have to hold my laptop.
No. I was going to say you can back up a little bit more if you can get closer to the table. I mean, if you want to get closer to the, right. You should be okay.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you, though. This is sorry for these technical difficulties. I have an office that I wasn't able to use.
Yeah, right there is perfect. Yeah, that's perfect right there. Great.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay, guys. So Joseph and Wendy, we are happy that we could get you guys today. We're doing an event, and looks like we lost you, Wendy. Okay. If you want to use your phone, you can use your phone, Wendy. If it's just too hard to reconnect, we'll get Wendy back in a second, guys. We are we're trying to do this remotely, and one of the things about doing live is, you need a good signal, you need stream, and you need good Wi-Fi. So Wendy's actually accessing her hotspot today, and it seems like it might have just kind of lost signal for her. So she's going to try and reconnect with her phone. Okay. So today, guys, we are going to be talking about how LifeWave stem cell patches can help relieve stress. And we're going to listen to the founder himself for a few minutes. He's going to talk a little bit about that. And then we are going to kind of give you our, let's see here. Okay, so we're going to give you hey, Wendy. All right. Okay, so hold on one second. Okay, let's see. I think you need to get on the other link that I sent you, the one, the StreamYard link. That's the Zoom link that you're on. So you're on the Zoom link. Yep, hit the other one. Let's see, let me just make sure you got the StreamYard. Have her on in a second, guys. Just, okay. There we go. And just trying to get her to, okay, there she is.
Oh, this is so fun.
There you are. Okay, perfect. I know, right?
You gotta love technology sometimes.
It's called musical cameras or musical musical phones. So I was just telling the audience right now that we're going to be listening to David Schmidt for a few minutes. He's going to talk a little bit about, our topic today is how the LifeWave stem cell patches are helping people with stress, anxiety, different types of, anxiety disorders, I guess. And would depression come into that too, would you say?
Yes. Depression, anxiety, mood swings, mood disorders, even OCD, they all kind of, intermingle.
Yeah, and the brain is a real fascinating organ. I mean, there's just so much that we're learning about the brain and how it works, and just activating stem cells in and of itself to because I guess there's a lot of issues where as we age, the stem cells become dormant, right? Like they sort of fall asleep.
They do, yeah. And then there's other issues like as far as environment and other things that we actually take in our bodies that can cause damage to our brains too. Even like drinking alcohol can cause slight damage to the tissues. And so we need those extra stem cells to repair our bodies, because if we don't, then it leads to it's one of the things that leads to depression and anxiety and mood disorders.
Absolutely.
So the stem cells play a really important role in our brain health.
Yeah, I agree. That's absolutely right. And then Wendy did some amazing research, and we're going to cover some specific things. We're going to go through them a little bit quick. So let's bring on David Schmidt for a second, and let's let him kind of give us a little overview of what is really going on with, the whole patching to help reduce stress, and which patch specifically is. And then Wendy is going to talk a little bit about that once we come back. So here we go, guys. Hang on to your seatbelts and make sure your volume is turned up. We have David Schmidt, the actual founder of LifeWave, and he is the scientist behind this whole technology. So here we go. And by the way, this is being translated into
let's
Spanish.
Go ahead and get started.
Así que vamos a iniciar.
And let me know if you can hear.
So when we are talking about how to manage stress, the first patch that's going to come up is the EON.
Así que cuando pensamos
You're not able to hear him?
con el estrés, el primer parche que viene a la mente es
No, not.
Okay.
And
Hold
as
on.
you're going to see, this
I can't hear anything.
EON patch is the perfect complement to the X39.
You can barely hear like a faint that somebody
Si
might be talking.
noche, te darás cuenta que
I can
es el
hear
parche
him
perfecto para ser el acompañante
out of
del
one ear
X39.
because I'm using two different.
Now, when we think of stress, we usually think of some type of physical or emotional stress that makes us tired and fatigued.
Bueno, cuando pensamos en estrés, pensamos en un estrés que tenemos a nivel mental o físico que nos hace sentir cansado y sin energía.
Can you turn up your
But actually, there's some type of
you're on your
stress
phone?
that's beneficial for our body.
Mm-hmm.
Pero en realidad hay algunos
Okay,
tipos de
that could
estrés
be
que son de
why. I'm
mucho
wondering if
beneficio
you
para
can
nuestro
hear it
cuerpo.
on your phone.
So, for example, when we exercise, this is going to improve our strength and stamina and turn on genes that are associated with survival.
Por ejemplo, cuando haces ejercicio, esto hace que tu fortaleza y tu estamina aumenten y eso crea genes de sobrevivencia y de longevidad.
When we fast and we go for a period of at least 16 hours without eating, this actually turns on genes that are associated with longevity.
Por ejemplo, cuando tú ayunas por periodos de 16 horas, esto causa que tú crees ciertos genes que están relacionados con la longevidad.
But of course,
Okay, let's do this, guys, because Wendy is not really hearing it that well, and I think it would be easier if we just get the actual article that he is using. It's the LifeWave article, which I'm going to bring in right now, and we can focus on, and we'll review it ourselves because I think that would be helpful as well, just because we can see it. And it's okay, here we go. It is now you can see that. Are you seeing that? I mean, because you're on a small screen.
Yeah.
But what it's talking about.
So you'll have to read it. I can't see it.
Right. Let me see if I can enlarge it for us just to make it a little bit bigger. Is that a little better, maybe?
If I get my face right up to the phone.
I know, right? Okay, so it's talking about stress relief you can feel good about. Nobody is immune to stress, but when used as part of a healthy lifestyle, the EON delivers powerful relief without a trip to the doctor or pharmacy. And as a result, you'll experience a greater quality of life. with no negative side effects. Now, talk about the side effects, Wendy, because you have been, around, and you've seen some of the side effects that using pharmaceutical meds to alleviate anxiety and stress.
Yeah, well, I don't know where to start. There's so many side effects. My biggest one that I don't like about any of them, and I don't think I've never come across one that doesn't have this issue, is weight gain. And I mean, nobody appreciates weight gain, and that's what they all do. And then, say you take one for depression, um, it has other side effects that some of the depression ones can actually cause you to have anxiety because they're trying to do something to lift you up. Then they give you they can make you over anxious. And then when you take ones that are for anxiety, they can make you depressed because they make you feel like you have no personality. They cause, issues with constipation. They cause, a lot of them cause a dry mouth, and a lot of them cause muscle tics. There's just so many. The list goes on and on about the side effects of, mood stabilizers, antidepressants, all those, anti-anxiety.
Yeah.
So the neat thing about these patches is there is no side effect, but good. There's many good side effects, and that's the amazing thing. And it helps the anxiety and the depression and the calming the mood, stabilizing the mood.
Yeah.
So, and there's no ingredients. So if you currently are on one, you can try these, and you could just see how it goes, and then you can work with your doctor to gradually get off the other ones.
Right.
But there's no ingredient that will mix with anything.
Right. I mean, this is what they look like, guys. I mean, you can wear them pretty much anywhere on your body. It's just it's a patch. Yeah,
that one.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Okay. So, the continued use of these patches and the Eon, I have not personally tried it. I ordered some for my daughter. She's actually on anxiety meds and depression meds. And so, the goal is, and she's only in her 20s, early 20s. So that just goes to show you. And I think, Wendy, you did some research, how many people are even on in the United States alone.
40 million? Is that what it was? Or
Yeah,
I'm sorry, 40. Yeah, it was 40 million people in the United States.
Yeah, that's just a huge number, guys. That's just a real huge number,
I mean, that's a mixture of that's a mixture of not just depression. It's like a mixture of all the different kinds of,
right. Yeah.
Depression, anxiety,
And that's linked, right? That's linked to suicides. A lot of those issues are linked to suicides.
Yeah. A lot of times people go to get treated for their depression, and they get on a medicine that actually makes it worse. That's not uncommon. That's actually really common, that people actually commit suicide because they're in the middle of experimenting, with things that make them feel better, that just do the opposite.
Yeah.
So it's a big problem.
Yeah, there's some interesting statistics here, and Wendy, you did some amazing research here. Let me see if I can share some of what you did discover. I'll put it on the screen here. Let's see if I can try to read it. Okay, so talking about stem cells, they can be regarded as potential biomarkers, and what the research is right now, at least in the medical field, is their therapeutic strategy for mood disorders, as they promote neurogenesis, increase expression of neurotropic that enhance the survival and differentiation of neurons. So what we're talking about, guys, is non-invasive. I mean, there is no ingredients here. There's no chemicals. There's nothing. There's no pills to pop. There's no, injections, nothing. These are patches that's working on a new science called photobiomodulation, which is like phototherapy. It's just like sunlight. It's like getting sunlight, except it's working through the skin, and it is sending signals to the brain to activate these dormant stem cells. And
Yeah, and it's using the energy basically all around us, the energy from the sun. It's everywhere around us. And kind of
yeah,
putting the patch on is like turning a light switch on. You have electric. Your house is all wired for electricity, but if you don't turn a light switch on, you don't access the light, and that's kind of how the patches are. It's there, it's ready. Your body's ready to take it in and use it, and you just have to give it the tool it needs.
yeah.
So,
And what would you say is the biggest cause of people getting anxiety in our, in our generation? I mean, today, what would you, if you had to pick out of all the things that, it begins with an S and ends with an S.
begins with an S and ends with an S.
And it has a
I think
T
there's a
after the
lot
S.
of things that
Well, right. I mean, I
go
was thinking a general word, stress. I was thinking of stress. I mean, maybe it's too general, it's
Oh,
too
stress.
broad.
Well, I was thinking a little deeper. I was thinking of what causes the stress, but yeah, stress. Yeah, is it lots of like thinking, thinking about things that are going on around us that we can't,
Right,
change, that we have no control over, that we would like
right,
to. That's actually one of the biggest stressors in the world, is to not be able to change something, and wanting to, and wishing you could do something to change a situation.
right.
Um, something you just don't have any control over. But there's lots of stresses, even now with COVID, that there's even a lot more people stressed and
I know.
anxiety because of the unknown.
Right.
So
That's a great point.
yeah.
That's a very great point. I think people are stressed now because of the unknown. They don't know if they're going to have a job anytime soon. I just heard an announcement that all these people that have their rent is due or their mortgage is due, and they're not, they don't have the money to pay. And so they're trying to go into this forbearance where banks are not going to foreclose on people that can't pay their mortgage, or these people that are renting that, are not going to be homeless. They're not going to be kicked out of their home because they can't pay their rent. They don't have the money because unemployment ran out, and, they're still looking for jobs. So like Wendy said, all of that causes stress. And what does stress cause? I mean, people are getting anxiety.
Well,
People are turning to alcohol,
and
or,
yeah, turning to things that just make, in the long run, make it worse. Might, make you feel better for a couple hours, but then, in the long run it's worse. And then and then the stress, stress and anxiety kind of work together, because like you could start out stressed, and then that turns into depression, and you can start out depressed, and then that turns into anxiety, and
right.
so these patches are really cool because they help. The Nirvana one helps all the way around with the mood. It does help with depression and anxiety and mood, but then the Eon one is an additional one for like panic attacks and like real intense anxiety.
Right.
It's more fast acting than the Nirvana. So they're
Yeah. And so what we're going to do, guys, is there's so much to cover here, but we really only wanted to kind of compress to give you guys an opportunity to find out if you would either somebody who is suffering with some type of stress, panic attack disorder, anxiety disorder, depression, even maybe mood swings and bipolar, and I think you even mentioned ADD too. Could help.
well, the actually the X39, the one that's the the main one that we recommend people start off with, is if you don't have anxiety and depression, and all that, is you're just wanting to renew your stem cells. The X39 actually does help a lot with OCD, and I know that firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Nirvana on top of it, those two together really help with OCD.
That's awesome. And so what we want to do, guys, is we want to, I had to take my hat off because it's just getting a little warm in here. So
yeah, it's a little hot out here too. I think it's
oh
like
my
100
gosh,
degrees
yeah.
right now.
Oh my gosh.
I have pants on.
Oh man, that's just, I mean,
Should wear shorts.
So what we want to do, Wendy and I want you to go ahead and sample these patches. We really feel that more people are sampling these patches. Our goal is to reach 1 billion people, to help patch 1 billion people. And right now we're doing these weekly. So we're going to have weekly live broadcasts on a different patch and what it does and what different things that it solves, what different problems it solves. And then daily, either Wendy and myself or Wendy, we're going to see, how our schedules can work. We're going to do a 10-minute opportunity. We're going to talk about the LifeWave opportunity. And, you can also do the opportunity as a side hustle. And because all of us are also users of the product, we all, just because we're distributors of the product, we also use the product too, and we're getting amazing results. So we will be posting this subsequently. You guys will find out. And if you're watching this video now, wherever you see it, whatever time of day you see it, go to Wendy's. Wendy has WendyRichEnergy.com. That's her landing page. You can connect with her. And I have Forever Young X39. And then you can go to our, what's it called? Performance Enhancing Stem Cell.
Enhancing.
Right. Stem cell patches. And then join Wendy's group. It's a public group. It's free. It's educational. And you can share that. Her group is just Wendy Rich Energy Group. Just go on Facebook, join her group. It's actually grown. I mean, we just started it like last week, and it's already,
Yeah, it was like a week ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then what we
There's
want
some
you
good
to do.
information on there. Just go check it out.
Yeah. And we're going to have all our videos up there. But really what we want you guys to do is we want you to just sample the patch. And if you write Wendy or just email her, message her, or myself, either one, we would be happy to, send you well, we give almost everybody, we give the X39, right? Because that's sort of
the X39. That's universal. Yeah. But if you have
the mother
someone
of all
who's got,
patches.
yeah, it is. It is. But if you have somebody that has extreme anxiety and you want us to send, an Eon, just try it out, one patch. Just send one of us, send Joseph or me, one of us, a message, and we'd be happy to give you a sample to try.
Absolutely, guys. And again, keep checking, keep watching, keep going on social media, and share these. Because we're going to be trying to post these links everywhere so that more and more people, a billion people, guys. We're targeting 1 billion people, so it's a task. It's a challenge, and we're really excited to be helping you. So with that, guys, thank you for your attention. Thank you for listening. And Wendy, any closing remarks that you want to encourage anybody?
Just like I always say at the end, that it's 90-day money-back guarantee, so it's a risk-free trial. So you can't hurt to try it.
Great.
And we know you'll be happy with it. So we can't
Absolutely.
wait for you to try it and hear your stories. So.
Exactly. Absolutely, guys. And you can start looking younger,
You'll have one.
like us. I'm 100 and Wendy's 90. So hey, how would you like to look like this? No, we're just kidding.
Almost.
I know, right? I know. But seriously, guys, it's a life changer. Trust me, it is a life changer.
Closer to 90 than 20.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a mood changer. It's actually a life changer, and you just got to experience it for yourself.
That's how I
really
met Wendy.
Somebody else's word for it.
It's funny how Wendy and I met, but you meet a lot of awesome people, and I've met so many other people that are using LifeWave that are really just changing. Their lives have changed. So you meet some awesome people. If you want to change your life, if you want to meet some awesome people like Wendy, come on board, guys. Come on board. Join us. So, all right, guys. Thank you, Wendy. I want to get you back into air conditioning before you melt there. Okay.
Yes,
thank you.
Me too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Take care. Bye.